Hello, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Mahari. I'm with eDiaspora, and I'm with Eyaluta. We're going to do a short interview today, and let's get into it. What high school and college did you go to, and what was your experience like?
Um, I went to a boarding school since fourth grade. And so I did my elementary, junior high, and high school there. And then I did my studies. I started off at ODU and finished up at George Mason. I studied communications in my undergrad. And then for my master's, I did international business.
I guess my second question is what challenges came up for you during high school, and how did you overcome them?
In high school, I was just a very average kid. I studied really hard, but I had average grades. During that time, to get off campus, you would have to be in sports or some sort of activity, and I passed enough to get like a C average. So that's how my high school was.
Is there any other advice you would like to share with high school or college students, and that you haven't gotten in depth with?
Yeah. In high school, I didn't know that I had learning disabilities. I learned that in college. And I wish I had asked more questions. I wish I had a better support system to identify that. And so I did well enough where when I went to college, I had scholarships. But again, even in high school, I actually studied with like the smartest kids, got help and all of that. But I was just always average, and I just thought that I was just that way, and I was okay with it. But it's when in college, we learned today that no one really helps you. You have to help yourself and be disciplined to study. And so I had a great, discipline, like personality and habits, where I studied really hard and prioritized my school before anything else. And I wasn't doing so well. A lot of the information wasn't clicking. So I went to my counselor. I said, hey, I'm having trouble, and I know I'm committing time to studying and trying to understand the material. I don't know what's wrong. And so she helped me find a facility to help and diagnose me with learning disabilities. And so if I had known earlier, I think I would have done a lot better in school. Then I would have had better grades and GPA, and so that's what I would have said. That's what I would have kind of shared with people. Like, if you feel like you're, putting effort towards understanding the material and it's not clicking, maybe it's not you personally but something that you could tweak in your studying style. And there are techniques that you can learn, and no one will pick that up unless you speak about it. And no one is stupid. You just have to really seek out help, and a lot of us just don't know. For a long time in high school, I just thought I was just average, but it was because I didn't know that I had a challenge and there was a way around it. So that's what I would say.
You said you basically you talked with your counselor and everything. I just wish when I first started in high school, I just built a connection with my counselor, and I just never did that. So some good advice right there.
Yeah, same here. Lesson learned.
My next question is, how did you get started with your business, and what steps did you take in order for you to be successful?
You think I'm successful though?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. I think when you consider success and when you consider plans, and you may have these vision for yourself, and kind of, for me, I've always had these expectations that I had to meet, and so I went through a process, honestly. Now when I reflect back, it just was all a process, and I was just never really present. I would say at this point in my life, I am very successful because, one, I know myself truly, and I get to learn myself even more. and two, I really celebrate my success with my company because even though I stumbled into the industry, I was giving myself grace to learn about the industry, to allow myself the grace to be flexible and just dive in. And I would say that the fact that I was open to outside of those expectations and those boundaries that I had set for myself was the ticket. Like I finally said, hey, you know what? I don't want to work for someone. I understand this industry. I want to take a chance and take a leap, and that's what I did.
What made you decide to start this event for high school and college students? And to add on that, what inspired you to start this?
Okay. I'll start with the inspiration first. When I was in college, actually, when I was like wrapping up my college, I interned for the CIO of Department of Education, who's retired now, but it was one of the best experiences. Here I was reporting to someone that reported to the President of the United States. I was given a chance. He and his executive assistant bought me my first suit. You know, they just wanted me to be in the rooms with them, and it was just one of the best experiences, and it gave me hope. And so I think that experience I hold very closely to my heart, and that is the inspiration. And so I always had wished that there was a program like this where there is awareness set in front of high school and college kids just to prep and get ready for the next phase of their lives.
In what way do you think this event will benefit students on their paths to higher education and ultimately successful lives?
I think this program, again, because it's based around awareness and just hope and making sure that they know they have a support system, is the really key takeaway. And again, I don't support having this life checklist, you know, that is kind of pushed on us based off of society, based off of our families, our culture, social media. Sometimes it's okay to have a safe space for you to know that it's okay to be in the place that you're in, have a goal or ideas of where other people are, and you could do it too. So I hope that answers your question.
It does. Okay. What are the requirements to be an intern for your company?
Just have passion and desire, and you have to be a self-starter. I think no one else is ever going to believe in you more than you. And when I talk to students and young people that want mentorship, that's what I look at in their personality and their character. And I think it's easier to support individuals like that. And I'm a big, supporter and advocate of just believing in people. Sometimes people just need that extra love and extra attention, and I don't mind that. But the first step is just that communication and that desire, and then we take it from there in the pace that individual wants to take it.
Last question. Is there something else you would like to share with us? Anything else?
Well, I think I would say that for all of us, anybody, you have to give yourself grace. I think you have to allow yourself to fail and appreciate the process of getting up and running. And then no matter where you are in your life, whether you're in high school and about to graduate, or you're in college or a professional, we tend not to appreciate the process. And so I think that's what I would kind of encourage everybody to do. Just embrace the process.
That's some wonderful advice. That concludes our interview. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you for participating and being a sponsor. So thank you, Diaspora, for sponsoring 1013 Enterprise Student Career Development Seminar this year.